Hello, everyone. Today I'm here. I'm here to give a very good education about home loan. The purpose of this video is to explain certain things which I wish I would know. I knew these things before a little bit too late. And these are some of the things we usually assume it is American dream, but personally I've seen the effect I'm having, stress I'm having, and especially after knowing these few things on the loan. And I believe there might be also some help for you. So for immigrant especially, there are certain things we take for granted or we do not want to know, and it goes deep down to affect us. So let me go to breakdown. And in order to do this one, I'm going to use my example of my home loan. And given this example, it will be a perfect fit for you to understand what does that mean for someone like you, and what does that mean for someone who is looking for loan, home loan, and in the end, you get the loan, 30 years, you are excited, but deep down, you are going to pay twice or three times the price of the home. But what are the tricks I'm going to explain to you so that you can use to lower down the number of years on how you can be able to lower down your expectation and things of that nature in general. So let me go to share my screen so that we can be in a position to do that. So in order to do that, I will share my screen. So let me start. This is the screen of the Flagstar, is the bank I'm banking with for the home loan. But this is my home, the home where I live. You can see it's a very beautiful home. Here they say the price of this home, the estimate is 186,400, but the mortgage when I purchased for 157,000. I don't know if they are going to put here the price of the home when it was purchased. So this was the last time it was purchased. So you can see the price of home. So it was listed for 170, 2017 in August. It went down to 167, 165, 160. And when I purchased, we negotiated, and this is the price I purchased in October. But the time I moved in to the house was November. So I'm going to show you some of the photos first of this home, and then from these photos, then you can go ahead and explain to you. But this home is in Missouri. So in Missouri, you can have a bigger homes, nice homes compared to maybe California. So this is the home where I live. But these are not our furniture. These are the original one, which we found them at the time we purchased the home. So this room is the one. There are certain rooms I changed to use them as my office instead of just the normal room, kind of that. Yeah. So this is the room I'm using as my office at the moment, this one. So it is it has a big backyard and all other kind of things. So this home is 157. The amount I'm paying, so let me sign in and I'll go and show you some of these kind of things, which sometimes is scary when you go to look. So the amount I pay per month, I pay about 1,100, something like that. And I will show you what does that mean. So let me, so around the amount I pay per month, this is the amount I pay per month. $1,018. That is the amount I pay per month. So if that is the amount I pay per month, how much you are supposed to pay? My loan is to pay for 30 years. But when you pay a loan, the loan is divided into 2 or 3 main areas. Number one is the loan type, the principal. This is the balance which is remained, but I'll explain to you in a little bit. So it's divided into 3 main areas. There is what we call the okay, just one sec. Let me show you one thing. Let me go to the loan details. This will be the better way to explain. So when you do a loan, you pay your mortgage. It's divided into 3 main parts. You pay for principal, you pay for the interest, and you pay for something called the escrow, which is including the insurance and other crazy stuff. So this is the amount you pay. Amount you're going to pay, the larger portion is interest. You don't pay direct to the principal. That's why if you go to look at the loan amount, this is my loan, 157,000. The interest rate is 3.75. That is the interest rate. But if you look, I've been paying for over since almost November 2017, but up to now, my principal remained is 147. This is the amount remained at the moment. So technically, I've been paid just like 10,000 in the principal. That means it's a very small amount of money which is going to the principal. The larger amount doesn't go there. So that is the problem. So I want to explain to you the maturity, the day I'm supposed to finish paying this loan is 2047, 30 years from now. But if this is the amount I'm paying on a monthly basis, if I pay for 30 years, how much will that be? So let's go to the calculator and take $1,018 and 2 cents, whatever cents, times 12 months, times 30, to find 30 years. This is the amount we are going to pay at the end of our mortgage. 366,487. So let's minus the original loan amount. The original loan amount was this amount. So you see, this is what they make a profit out of me. I purchased the home 157,000, and this is at the end. I pay 157, and I'm going to pay 200 extra because I'm going to pay for 30 years. So this is I want to give you some of the tricks which I didn't know. If you can do certain things which can be able to change instead of paying all this for a longer time. So a friend of mine was good enough to give me the breakdown. So let's start. My loan currently is 30 years. So if it's 30 years, so there are certain things I've changed, like on my loan amount, because I added the insurance. Now I pay, there are certain insurance I paid, which is changing. I added a certain kind of insurance, so it is not in that kind of math. So so now that's why it made it to 118, but original was not 100 and was about this amount. That was amount I was paying. So let's go. Let's say this is 30 years. So if I want to, let me zoom a little bit. Okay, so if I want to change, so this is what they're going to do. If you want to do, just assume, let's say you want to pay this mortgage for 25 years. If you want to pay for 25 years, you pay for, if you add this amount, you're going to pay for 25 years. So what you can do is just, let's say, I want to pay 20 years instead of all those years. So in the end, I come to pay 1,145. So what you need to do is just to create a breakdown. how much do you need to do? How much do you need to increase in order to change your mortgage? So, for instance, this is supposed to pay 118, for instance. So if you add $200 each month, you might end up reducing more than 10 years. So don't play into the exactly minimum. I didn't know this one. So because I didn't know, I was paying the minimum. So if I pay for the minimum, you can see on the calculator, I'm going to pay 366 whatever, 366,480 is a lot of money. So I'll pay extra this more. But if I add, I do a little bit addition, I'm reducing the years. And I'll explain what does that mean if you reduce just like this number of years. If you say I want to pay for 15 years, you just pay 1,356. Let's say if you say I want to pay for 10 years, what you need to do? You pay 1,785 or whatever, 1,000 and this amount. So you can pay your mortgage for monthly. So this will be going for the interest, this everything. So you are going to end up paying per month just 1,786, just 85 in those kind of cents. So with just things of this nature, to add just a small amount, so just this is going to make a very big change. So if you just say I want to pay even for 5 years, anything you put it will tell you pay 3,000, you'll be able to pay this amount. So if you pay 3,000, let's say you pay 3,000 for 5 years. Let's say 3,000 times 12 times 5. You see, in the end, you are coming to pay 180,000, but the mortgage was 150. The mortgage was 157. So because you pay more money goes to the interest. So if more money goes to the interest, you are going to finish your mortgage early. So let's say minus 157,000, how much are they going to get profit out of you? They're going to get a small amount of money of 23,000. But if you pay, you see, this is the amount they're going to get, 23,000, the bank. But if you pay for 30 years, the bank is going to get 210,000 out of your head. This is how capitalism works. I didn't know this. I didn't know early when I was purchasing the home. And I believe this is not just me. This is for all, majority of us. When we just get the mortgage, 30 years, I'm just paying this one. But just to add each month, to add maybe $100, $115, $200 per month. Each month you add extra, you never know how much money you are going to save down the road. For instance, as I said, like if you say you are going to pay for 20 years, if you pay for 20 years, you just add just like $100 or $200, $150 on your mortgage, you are going to eliminate 10 years. So with the reduction of 10 years, let's say you are going to do 10 years. So the amount you are going to pay is 1,045, okay, so we are going to pay 1,145 per month. Let's say plus 12 plus 20 years. So if we do that, you are going to do 274, that amount. Let's minus the original loan, the cost of the loan. So they are going to get they're going to get a lot of money on you, that amount, but still is better than going to give them 200 and something a lot. So these are the things I didn't know when I was purchasing the home. And especially as immigrants, we have these kind of problems. We do not know what is the impact of these kind of things and how these one are affecting our life. So that is something I said myself, it took longer to come to know these kind of things. So I believe it will be a better also for you to know like what are happening in the field, in the area of capitalism. How does this affect our lives? While we are happy, oh, I'm paying just 1,000 US dollar per month. I'm paying just my mortgage. But you remember you are paying rent 1,500, for instance. That's the rent you are paying. Now you are paying 1,000. Oh, this 500, I will go and do something else. But if you continue that 500 to put in your loan, just add 500, just assume like you are renting, you will pay off your mortgage early and you will save a lot of money from the interest, and you can be able to have freedom. You can have opportunity to be happy. The problem of mortgage, while we see this all is a normal things, capitalism is extremely so bad in the sense that what happens is when you have a home loan, you have auto loan, you have this kind of loans, yes, you can be able to afford, but in most cases, we become slaves of our own life. We become some sort of or attached to our jobs. Like you will be fearing your boss so much, because if your boss is going to fire you, if the company is going to fire you today, you are going to lose the house, it's going to lose this one, and it delays your plan to retire. But what I came to realize, it took me longer to know this one. So if I knew this one before, I could continue to pay a little bit more. That means I can pay off my mortgage, pay it off, done with it, maybe within 10 years, I'm giving example, and then I say, oh, I'm going to retire. By retiring, that means I can work, I can continue doing the jobs, but without the stress that if I lose a job, I'm losing my home. So that is something we need to understand. How can you have the freedom, remove the fear of losing the home? Fear of losing something is because you are working every single day on paycheck to paycheck, but at the same time, you are waiting to pay off the mortgage for 30 years to come. But if slowly you add 100, 200, if you get any salary increase at the end of the year, that salary increase, don't add your life, don't add your expenses, take the annual increase, add it into the paying of the mortgage. If you get the tax return, take the tax return. If you 5,000, drop into the mortgage, one pay lump sum, whatever, pay that there. So any tax return, stimulus if you get it, if you get the salary increase at beginning of each year, whatever your company is going to do, they give you the bonus. Put into the mortgage, put into the mortgage. If you put it that way, that means you can pay off your mortgage early. Once you pay your off mortgage, you can be able to take a vacation. You can be able to have freedom. You work for happiness, not you work because you have to pay off in order to continue to survive the mortgage. You can start, let me start the business. You can take chances to start a business. You can take chances. You say, oh, I want just to go and relax in Africa or in Asia for like 3 months. I can do this kind of project without the stress of losing the home. So these are the things we needed to know, especially like immigrants. We are delaying this information. We don't take them early. We assume once we get this kind of home, this beautiful home, you are happy. I own the home in America, but technically you don't own the home because it's a mortgage. It's a loan. You continue to pay and you continue to have stress every single day. Each month, okay, I have to pay this one. But if you stress, okay, let me take the stress for 10 years or for 15 years. After that, I'm done. So if I'm done, I'm good. I was paying, the rent in California, 1,800. At one time I was paying the one, it's so expensive, but if you have the opportunity to get the money, like tax return, the bonus you get from the office, if they get the bonus, the salary increase, take that one, add it to the loan, you'll be able to pay off, and that will be something very, very helpful for you down the road to be able to succeed. So that is something I want to make sure that we all understand and we all be mindful of how does this able to support us. And when you say I want to retire, I want to work with the American dream, fear of my company to lose a job, fear to lose my house, fear to lose this one, is the first thing is pay off your mortgage. So thank you so much, everyone. And I believe that one has been very, very helpful information. So all the best, everyone, into being a position. If you are planning to come to America or to go to other countries, mortgage system, this is how it works. If you are here already, This is the mortgage, how it works. So find a way on how you can be able to survive and succeed your dreams by not playing the minimum, but going above and beyond and reach a target of what you want to achieve. So thank you so much, everyone. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, this is EPM Ernest Moses Makulilo, and share this video to some other people. Bye-bye, everyone.